Business is gone just like that.
Dad.
Call an ambulance.
Tang Xue.
I'm not going through with this divorce.
I'll make you rot in this marriage for the rest of your life.
Article 5. Once the 3-year term ends, divorce must be finalized immediately. Otherwise, all of the Wang family's assets will belong solely to Tang Xue.
You vicious woman.
I can't believe you're so insidious.
I must have been blind to marry you.
You're even blinder now.
You, Wang Shaocong, sign it.
Even if you get half of the family fortune.
What can a loser like you even do?
Mom, don't worry. One day, sooner or later,
I will take back everything we've lost.
Now that you've left the Wang family, you won't be able to get married for the rest of your life.
From the sound of it, it seems like you're the one who regrets it.
Regret? You piece of trash.
Are you even worthy? Worthy.
Why wouldn't she be worthy?
Elder Kin, what brings you here?
Didn't I hear that you two are getting a divorce?
I've come to propose marriage to Miss Tang.
What?
They are really here to propose.
You lot.
Hurry up and hand over your business cards.
My younger brother is a returnee from abroad.
This one is from my young master.
Miss Tang, just say the word if any of them catch your eye. As for the wedding, we will make sure it's a grand and magnificent affair.
Elder Chu.
By coming here today,
You're just trying to insult the Wang family, aren't you?
Young man, don't put it that way.
Miss Tang is a rare gem. Everyone is scrambling for her. Her? A rare gem? You can find plenty like her at the junkyard.
Wang Shaocong, I didn't want to provoke you, but you've shown me no respect, time and time again. So, don't blame me for being ruthless.
Miss Tang, nicely played.
Let's get reacquainted. I am Simon Xue.
More like Seaman Blowhard, if you ask me.
if I can blow my way into your heart, that would be my honor.
What are you doing?
This is the Wang family's main residence.
Where we are doesn't matter. What matters is that you owe me a lot.
You have to pay me back. Also,
Can you feel it?
It's all sold.
You deserve it.
Doesn't this feeling feel familiar to you?
Scoundrel.
behave yourself. Otherwise,
I'll release the recording. When that happened, that ex-husband of yours,
We'll likely win this lawsuit.
You recorded it.
I did.
You're despicable.
Right back at you.
How much do you want? Name your price.
do you think Master Simon is short on cash? I just feel that
Last night was very exciting.
What exactly do you want?
I want you to spend the night with me.
You, the recording.
Versus half of the Wang family's assets.
Which is more important?
The choice is yours.
Fine. I'll do it.
Cheers.
You promised me you'd spend the night with me. Cheers.
I'll definitely stay with you all night.
Where's the phone?
Where did he put it?
Right. The back pocket.
Gosh, that scared the...
Why am I panicking? No one can get in from outside.
Mr. Gong. Mr. Gong.
Mr. Gong, what happened to you?
Mr. Gong!
So his last name is Gong.
I have some good news for you. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to divorce that useless loser.
I finally caught you in the act, Wang Shaocong. Your good days are numbered. Enjoy them while they last. How disgusting.
Who's in there?
I'm changing clothes. What's it to you?
Wanna watch?
Oh, sorry to bother you.
What are you doing?
Getting down to business.
You got the wrong idea. I'm very expensive.
Price depends on performance. With a service attitude like yours, do you really expect a 5-star review?
It's my first time.
I'm a little nervous.
Maybe I'll pass on the money.
You tease me and then try to run.
Let go of me.
I know forced love isn't sweet.
How about this? Name your price.
No matter how much. Tonight, you're mine.
1 billion. Deal.
This guy must have left his brain at home.
What a joke!
What? Not enough.
3 years of watching spy dramas
Finally paid off. They actually came in handy today.
3 years ago, my stepmother forced me to marry Wang Shaocong.
But just how disgusting this man is.
I'm afraid every bitch in the capital knows.
Tang Xue, don't push your luck.
I've tolerated you long enough. Then don't.
We, the Wang family, have been more than fair to you.
According to the marriage contract.
You must leave with nothing. Shaocong, give her the divorce agreement.
No rush.
Everyone, what I have here is the document from 3 years ago. Mr. Wang Shaocong, the property supplemental agreement, signed with Miss Tang Xue.
Tang Xue,
Are you quite finished with your games?
Get to the point.
During the subsistence of the marriage, if party A, namely Mr. Wang Shaocong, is found to be unfaithful, then, upon the termination of the marriage, party B, namely Miss Tang Xue, shall be entitled to half of the Wang family's assets.
enough.
When did I ever sign that?
Judging by your reaction, you're admitting to your infidelity. The young master of the Wang family, messing around with a few women, is no big deal at all.
Only an ignorant loser
Who has seen nothing of the world
would make such a fuss over it.
Tang Xue,
The footage is quite scandalous. Care to enjoy it together?
I knew you were the one screwing me over. But as for this agreement,
I'm telling you, I never signed it.
Words are not proof.
This is my medical insurance policy.
Just sign right here. And I need a
Tang Xue, what on earth is going on?
Shaocong, did you really sign this?
Dad. Shaocong.
You are such a fool!
Half of our families.
Is this the report you prepared?
Which diploma mill did you graduate from?
President Tang always did it this way before.
From today on,
You're fired.
make way.
Xue, look how successful my daughter has become. She's so capable now.
Oh,
If it isn't my stepmother.
so you still remember me?
Oh, don't say that. Aren't we family?
Stop beating around the bush.
Get straight to the point.
Xue, regarding this matter,
Please call me President Tang.
President Tang, can I have a seat first?
Xiaobin,
Go to the logistics department and get a folding stool.
What's with the folding stool?
didn't you want to sit down?
I may only be your stepmother, but I've looked after you for years. You ungrateful brat.
Have some decency.
You were a mistress who forced her way in. You drove my mother insane.
And then you married me off to Wang Shaocong, a scumbag like him. Where was your sense of decency then? Let me tell you,
Our company's future contracts.
we'll never go to you.
Get out.
You're just as pathetic as your mother.
Get out now!
Mr. Gong.
You better stop provoking that woman.
What do you mean?
I don't think she's a good person.
It'll save you a lot of trouble. Oh, and by the way,
She doesn't even care about her own family.
wait, there's more.
I've done some digging. The company she's running now used to be under the Wang Group, and it was their top performing one. Just think about it.
They were married, after all. Yet she showed him no mercy whatsoever.
She went straight for their best asset.
Firing and replacing people as she pleased. You're wrong about that. Tang Xue only took Tianqi. She didn't ask for any other assets. Those luxury mansions in the capital. She left them all to Wang Shaocong.
Is she really that kind-hearted?
Stop worrying about it. Just do what you're told. Cut the crap.
Why are you showing me this?
Don't tell me.
You want me to pay for Master Simmons'
Medical bills.
It's not that.
My master isn't short on money.
Then what are you getting at?
No. Well,
The young master said he appreciates Miss Tang's personal care at his bedside these past few days.
Here's the thing. As for me,
Since I've just taken over the company,
things have been quite hectic.
however, Master Simmons,
Heis cannot be ignored. I'll head over there the moment I have some time.
President Tang.
You have to hang in there.
you've come in here twice now. Just tell me what's wrong.
On our very first day taking over Tianqi, Wang Shaocong 就把
drained all the funds from the company accounts. There's not a single cent left.
I should have expected this from him.
It's fine.
I wasn't expecting anything from him anyway. Now that we have this company, we will definitely make money.
But what about the immediate crisis? Payday is in just a few days. We have thousands of employees. President Tang.
It's okay. I'm here. If push comes to shove, I still have some personal savings.
That money of yours, wasn't it meant for buying a house? A big CEO like you can't be living in the office every day.
It's no big deal.
Besides,
Staying in such a huge office every day, aren't you all jealous?
President Tang, enough.
Let's just focus on getting through this crisis first. Adjust the salary structure immediately to minimize all expenses.
Wait.
I need to trouble you to head out for me
and run a small errand.
Where are you going?
I'm off to handle something big. We'll divide and conquer to be more efficient.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Hello, Mr. Liu.
Who are you?
What let you in here?
Allow me to introduce myself.
I'm the new president
Of Tianqi Group, Tang Xue. Nice to meet you.
So you're Tang Xue? You got a lot of nerve.
That's not important. Let me show you something first. When are you going to pay this back?
Are you kidding me? You clearly don't know who I am. Daring to ask me for money.
Even if you were a brat fresh out of hell, I'm definitely getting this money back today.
That's so funny.
Mr. Gong wants you to answer the phone.
Mr. Gong, why would he listen to a brat like you?
If I tell you to answer, just answer.
Eh?
Yes, right. Yes, understood.
That outstanding balance you owe Tianqi, the 18 million for transportation.
Settle it immediately.
At the spot.
Plus interest for 3 years and 2 months. That's a total of 84,754,360.
I'll waive the small change.
Pay it now.
Let me tell you.
By doing this today, you're going to lose a major client.
I don't need it. Then, Mr. Liu, I wish you a pleasant life.
Pleasant my foot.
She's been a housewife for 3 years. What kind of ways does she think she can make?
You shouldn't underestimate her.
Tianqi is a legitimate, multinational trading company. It has hundreds of upstream and downstream partners. It's not as simple as she thinks, just signing some papers.
But don't forget how Tianqi fell into her hands in the first place.
Watch your mouth!
I am so...
Young master.
Please don't be angry. I'm just anxious because I just lost my job.
Maybe.
What's there to fear about losing a job?
It's not like I can support you.
If you have something to say it now.
What?
She managed to get it back. I couldn't get that debt back in a million years.
Tang Xue is quite capable.
You'd better be careful.
Brother-in-law.
It seems I shouldn't call you brother-in-law anymore.
It's fine.
Oh, I like hearing it.
What did you want to see me about today?
Nothing major. I just heard. Your mother was so livid that she was hospitalized. As her daughter, don't you want to help her?
Of course I do. But shouldn't this be taken up with Tang Xue?
You're wrong about that.
Brother-in-law, aren't you two already divorced? Why do you suddenly care about my mother?
My divorce from your sister
Was just a minor spat.
We'll remarry sooner or later.
Really?
You know your sister's temper, don't you? She just likes making a scene sometimes.
Let her act out.
When she's had her fun.
I'll put her in her place.
But wait, brother-in-law, Tang Xue was paralyzed for 3 years. How did she recover all of a sudden? And word on the street is...
She won't even let you touch her.
Anyway, back to business.
Do you actually want to help your mom or not?
Of course I want to help her.
Stop peeking around like that.
Look, look, look!
I have to keep a lookout, don't I?
What if she walks in and I don't see her? Then the gig will be up.
Gig my ass.
I'm lying right here.
How could I keep you up?
Even if a blind man walked in, he could tell something's wrong with me.
You're supposed to be in a coma, but you keep coming back to life.
I'm calling this intermittent brain death. It's still brain death.
We've been waiting for her here all day.
Mr. Gong,
even though this woman
has a sharp tongue.
But she's always a woman of her word.
I'm quite certain about that.
Do you know her that well already?
Of course, I've done my homework on her.
The few secretaries around her all have legal backgrounds.
They're lawyers, Mr. Gong. Looking globally,
How many CEOs?
have an entourage like hers.
I suppose you're right.
Exactly.
She doesn't make promises she can't keep.
She will definitely show up.
Don't worry, Mr. Gong.
What are you doing here?
Where's President Tang?
President Tang wishes Master Ximen a speedy recovery.
Where should I hang this, Mr. Gong?
Hang it, my foot.
I'm checking out.
Even though she didn't show up in person, she still sent this beautiful photo.
I think it's pretty nice.
Great. Let me tell you, I've made up my mind. Within a week,
I'm going to win this woman over.
And then I'll dump her. Mr. Gong, please stop messing around.
Next week, you have to...
Next week, what? What did I say?
Are you going to tell me or not?
It's all because of my big mouth.
Next week is your engagement party.
Engagement party? Something this major.
How come I didn't know?
Tell me right now, whose idea was this?
Your dad's.
My dad.
Impossible. He doesn't have the guts.
You know as well as I do.
Your dad doesn't get along with your grandfather. Right.
So your dad didn't want to tell your grandfather about this.
But if he told you,
Your grandfather would find out.
Your grandfather. Cut the crap.
We're going back now. I'll see about that. Who exactly calls the shots in this family?
Mr. Gong, Mr. Gong.
Please, calm down.
your grandfather will definitely side with you, Mr. Gong.
Shut up.
Not bad.
Mr. Gong!
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Look, he fell.
Who would dare to help an old man out these days?
What if he extorts you? Your whole life would be ruined.
Exactly.
Grandpa.
Grandpa, are you okay? Let me take you to the hospital.
Aren't you afraid I might extort you?
How could that be? You look so kind and gentle, Grandpa. I'll call an ambulance.
Grandpa.
Wait, is this the emergency service?
Grandpa, does it still hurt?
Good girl. It doesn't hurt.
What happened to you?
Don't ask.
I was all by myself, crossing the road.
I ended up falling like this.
Grandpa.
Now that your family is here, I'll be on my way. I still have class this afternoon.
Oh, wait a moment.
My name is Gong Yan. If you ever run into any trouble in the future, just call me directly.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Sorry to bother you. I really didn't know who else to turn to. Do you still remember me?
Xue, why did it take you so long to call me?
Since things have come to this,
I'll find a way to help you. It's just that bastard from the Wang family wouldn't be easy to deal with, in my opinion.
We might as well.
Beat him at his own game. First, protect your innocence, and then we can make a long-term plan.
Grandpa.
Your Tai Chi moves are getting more and more graceful.
Look at you.
So it's you, you crazy girl.
How are things?
You've been exhausted lately, haven't you?
I finally wrapped things up.
That's good.
You look great.
It's all thanks to you, Grandpa. If it weren't for your full support, how could I have achieved what I have today?
You and your silver tongue. You always know just what to say.
But listen,
Don't just give me lip service. If you really want to repay me,
you might as well promise me one thing.
Grandpa.
You've become quite a schemer lately.
You're even starting to negotiate terms with me.
The reason I helped you
is that
I want a scout.
A perfect granddaughter-in-law for the Gong family.
Grandpa.
I just escaped from a wolf's den.
I'm not about to jump into a tiger's mouth.
I'm not that foolish.
Don't be so quick to say no. I have our eldest grandson. He just returned from abroad. Once he's settled in a few days, I'll introduce you to...
I heard that.
You only took one company, Tianqi, and didn't even ask for a single house.
I don't believe for a second that you'd be so soft on that family. What's the real story?
The Wang family's properties are basically all mortgaged.
And it's not just the properties. The Wang family's coffers are already empty.
He's been flying to Australia all the time. If I'm not mistaken, he's likely gambling.
Once he gets hooked on gambling, he's in deep trouble.
Actually, I think it's a good thing.
Think about it.
When he gets desperate for cash,
We'll launch a bottom fishing acquisition.
You clever girl. Isn't that a bit too ruthless?
If resources are left in the hands of people like him,
isn't that just harming people?
Not bad, girl. You've really come into your own.
what's wrong?
Go check it out. Find out who is really pulling the strings.
What happened? Why the long face?
It's nothing.
Stop putting on the phone with your grandfather.
Go ahead. Don't mind me.
I was actually thinking of staying for dinner with you.
It's the thought that counts.
That's enough for me.
I have high hopes for you.
Go on now.
I will, Grandpa.
Okay, I'll be going then. Alright, take care. Grandpa, who were you chatting with? Grandpa.
Who were you talking to? I've never heard you speak to me that nicely.
So you Brad finally remember that you actually have a grandfather. You've been back for over 2 weeks.
And you didn't even show your face.
Scolding me the moment we meet. I'd rather stay abroad and never come back.
You.
If you behave yourself, would I need to scold you?
Grandpa.
Why don't you save your energy to hit my dad instead? Has he caused another mess?
What shameful thing has your father done now?
He kept it from you and threw an engagement party for me. To this moment, I don't even know who the heiress is. Don't you think this is a huge surprise?
Unexpected, right?
All this fuss over such a trifle. Was it really worth a special trip back?
Grandpa.
What do you mean?
Let him host his party.
You just do your own thing.
What's the problem?
Is everyone back home? That's open-minded now.
Who has the final say in this family?
You should know that very well.
So, Grandpa, you knew all along, didn't you?
Obviously.
Do you really think he could hide it from me?
Let me tell you something. A grandfather is always a grandfather.
And a grandson will always be a grandson?
Fine. I guess it's my fate to be your grandson.
Will you all know what kind of person your boss really is to bleed her in-laws dry? She's used every dirty trick in the book. She has less integrity than a dog. With this company in her hands, it's going to go under sooner or later. I'd advise you all to make other plans as soon as possible. Hurry up and find a new job.
President Tang, someone is making a scene.
Should I have security come up?
Don't bother. Let her make a scene.
Bad character aside.
A housewife who stayed at home for 3 years, trying to manage such a large company.
Isn't that a joke?
She's right. When the company collapses, we'll all be out of a job anyway.
I heard that.
Many shareholders want to withdraw their stakes. Once the capital chain breaks, the consequences will be disastrous.
We'd better plan ahead. It's a pity.
A great company like Tianqi is probably going to vanish into thin air.
What do you sign for?
You've already found your way out.
Keep your voice down. Miss Tang.
In a public place like this,
Slandering President Tang's reputation
Isn't very appropriate, is it?
Her reputation.
Does she even have one left for me to slander?
in that case, I can only say, it is Miss Tang who is spreading rumors.
I don't want to talk nonsense with you. Tell your mistress to come out right now. I'm not going to waste my breath on you.
Tang Yao, you must be tired. Have some tea.
While I'm still in a good mood, I'll give you a chance to speak properly. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless.
Stop pretending to be so sophisticated. I'm not buying your act.
Enough.
You're just here to demand business from me, aren't you? It's the same old routine. Moral blackmail. Trying to force my hand. It's so cliché. Can't you come up with some new tactics?
Yeah. Don't forget.
It was your mother who hunted mine to death.
We have never.
And we'll never be family.
Xiaobing.
Call security.
Yes, President Tang.
You wouldn't dare.
Why wouldn't I? This is my place.
How can you be so shameless? Stealing what belongs to others and acting so self-righteous.
I took it. What are you going to do about it?
I've never met anyone as despicable as you.
Well, today's your lucky day. Take a good look.
Tang Xue, you're a monster.
Trespassing on private property.
Provocation and picking fights. Disturbing the peace.
Any one of those.
Is enough to land you in jail for 6 months.
Tang Yao.
Do you think insulting me will get you the business? You can't even tell who's using you. Yet you have the nerve to come here and cause trouble. Unless someone is pulling your strings. Unless someone is coaching you.
You have to humiliate her in public.
Make every second she spends
in that position a living hell. Together, we will drag her down.
Then the company will be back under your brother-in-law's control.
And your family's business will return.
You're being sold out and you're still helping them count the money. Are you completely brainless?
Shut up. Don't be so self-righteous.
Who is the one behind this? If you tell me, I might not press charges. Otherwise, get ready to rot in jail.
Don't think you can scare me.
Do I look like I'm bluffing?
This matter is strictly between the two of us. If it gets out,
Your brother-in-law has nothing to lose.
but you will become a laughingstock.
Sister, I really know I was wrong now. I lost my head for a moment. No one put me up to this, I swear.
Still not telling the truth.
Do you think I don't know you?
You spend all day shopping, partying, and chasing men.
Do you even care about the family business? Sister, I've grown up now.
Let her go.
Thank you, sister.
Mr. Gong,
Still dare to pursue her now.
I'm actually more motivated than ever.
you're just acting tough to me. What do you mean? Still stubborn?
The rest of you, listen up. Tianqi belongs to me, Tang Xue. Whether you stay or leave is entirely up to you.
But if you walk out today, don't ever think about coming back.
Tianqi has no room for disloyal employees.
Also,
Over the last 3 years, I have mastered all the material for the bar exam. So don't think I'm just a simple housewife. Because you would be dead wrong. If you want to stay at Tianqi, let your performance do the talking. Otherwise, it won't be a matter of whether you want to leave or not, but whether I decide to keep you.
President Tang is amazing.
She's no ordinary woman. She's really got something.
President Tang, you really opened my eyes today.
What are you doing here?
Do you have a short memory, President Tang?
I still have your recording. I don't want to use it to threaten you. That would be ungentlemanly of me. But, President Tang, if you insist on forcing me to be the villain,
Then I have no choice.
What are you doing here?
Sure, these flowers are for you. Today marks the 1,520th day since we met.
Wang Shaocong, there is no us anymore. I suggest you start acting like a decent human being.
that's enough.
Besides, you're just a woman, showing your face in public every day.
Isn't exactly a good look.
You realize that's blatant sexism, don't you?
We're having a conversation here.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm President Tang's current boyfriend.
He's telling the truth.
Let me introduce you. This is Xue.
And this is my ex-husband.
Our sure has high standards. Ordinary men don't stand a chance.
I'm warning you.
Don't end up with nothing to show for your efforts.
I'm sorry, but our share now has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Mr. Wang, please suit yourself. Think of it as a tour of your oldest stomping ground.
Better cherish the opportunity.
Here, your flowers.
let go of me.
You, woman.
You're quite heartless, aren't you? Burning bridges after I've helped you.
I'm discarding me like trash, huh?
Get out of my way.
Say it louder.
Let everyone hear you.
You're shameless.
Not really.
I've only just
Managed to play at your level.
What exactly do you want?
nothing much.
You promised to spend one night with me.
I'm not a greedy man. I don't play elaborate games. Fine.
I'll do it.
But only for one night.
Also, that recording pen
must be destroyed.
Deal. It's a settle.
They say women
are like wolves in their 30s and tigers in their 40s. Since you're so young, why are you already so... You spent 3 years in a wheelchair.
You've grown quite rusty.
If I don't take the initiative, wouldn't I be missing out even more?
That actually makes sense.
Then Tang.
This house is way too expensive. It's a bit over our budget.
It doesn't cost anything to look.
We have one last unit available here. If you're interested, please make a decision soon.
We'll think about it.
Just looking, thanks.
Did you find her? Where is she now?
What is she doing?
It seems she's looking to buy a house.
Shanxi, Lakefront. Isn't that one of our developments?
Yes, it is.
Which unit is she looking at?
I didn't dare get close enough to ask.
In that case,
Call the sales manager immediately.
How about
we get a smaller one.
If you really must have the big one, we could take out a loan.
The great president of Tianqi can't even afford a single house. How much is this house? I'll take it.
In full.
I'm sorry, miss. There's only one unit left. And this lady saw it first. Ma'am,
Do you still want it?
No, let her have it.
Wait, who's interested in this house?
It's these two ladies.
She can't afford it.
I'm the one buying it.
I am sorry. Since this is our very last unit, our office is running a special promotion. You must meet certain criteria to buy it. So, this unit goes to you.
At 50% off. 50% off.
My family has bought so many properties. This is the first time I've heard
Of such a bullshit requirement. I am truly sorry. May I ask how many properties you currently own?
Well, including this one, I have 3 in total.
In that case, I'm very sorry. This particular property is only for sale to those who don't own any real estate. Do you have any property under your name?
No.
Alright, then this unit is yours.
What? Let me tell you, they don't have any money.
For this lady,
It's 50% off. 50% off.
Even 50% off isn't enough.
you only need to pay 10% upfront. The rest can be paid off over 3 years.
Interest free.
You can deal directly with our sales department.
10% upfront.
Come and handle the paperwork for me.
Wait.
Just stay calm.
Keep your cool. Let's go.
Just stay calm.
What was that?
What kind of people are they?
How did it go?
Is it all settled?
It's done. So, is she happy?
Happy? She's overjoyed. She looked like she was walking on air.
This is great.
I finally have a house of my own.
Liar Shaw, don't you think my luck has finally turned? For something this good to actually happen to me.
You've always been lucky.
That goes without saying.
Can you hold us for a second?
From now on.
Could you please call me by my name? Why is that?
Because
I like it when you call me that.
Then, when we are alone, could you stop using such formal language with me?
alright.
Isn't that man Tang Xue's lawyer? What exactly is going on between them?
Look at them. They seem very close. Look at the kind of person you've fallen for.
What are you talking about?
Who says I like her? Fine. Stay in denial then. Technically, since you've never been in love, I really should be encouraging you. But look at this.
Look at the kind of person you've fallen for.
Don't talk nonsense. I do not like her.
Fine.
I'm blind.
And you're deaf.
So, should we keep following them? I reckon I can film plenty more videos like this.
It'll be enough to keep you entertained for months.
Shut your mouth.
What are you doing here?
Your lawyer, Mr. Shaw, invited me in.
You.
Stay away from me.
After all, we were once husband and wife.
Talking to me like that is quite hurtful. What on earth do you want? Didn't we agree to go our separate ways and owe each other nothing?
That won't do. I've been thinking lately.
Ever since that incident, I feel I should take responsibility for you.
That's not necessary.
Don't be so quick to refuse.
Hear me out first.
Fine.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
2 minutes isn't enough.
2 minutes.
Don't bargain with me.
Alright.
You have 1 minute and 55 seconds left.
I think we're both adults here.
We both have certain needs.
So,
Why don't the two of us
become companions.
After all, as a woman,
In the business world, you're bound to need some help.
don't let my idling fool you.
I can definitely be of use to you.
And most importantly, I think we're, in that department, very compatible.
Get out! Get the hell out!
You actually hit me. They say a single day of marriage brings a lifetime of devotion.
It's only been 3 days.
What are you doing here?
Since we were once husband and wife.
I missed you. Came to see you. Just checking in.
Remember your place. Mr. Ex-husband.
I'm telling you, you lowly, poor boy. Where do you get the nerve to talk to me like that?
You really need to understand our relation.
What I hate most in life
is when people stop mid-sentence.
What is going on between you two?
We've already registered our marriage.
What? Sure.
You must be really desperate. You're literally eating trash.
Watch your mouth. If you can't speak decently, then shut up.
Let go of me.
Otherwise, I'll make sure you never see
tomorrow's sun.
There won't be any sun tomorrow. Didn't you check the weather forecast?
There's a heavy rainstorm coming.
Stop.
You two can talk.
I'm leaving. Hey, Xue.
Not bad at all.
You really can just move right in.
Xiaobing.
Thanks for your hard work today. For staying with me so late.
I can't even pay you for overtime.
I never asked for overtime pay anyway.
Even if you don't ask, I still feel like I should pay you.
President Tang.
Do you have to treat me like such a stranger? I've been by your side.
for almost 3 years. Compared to Wang Shaocong and that ex-seaman Qu, the time I've spent with you is more than both of them combined.
You, Xiaobian, President Tang, I feel that between us, we should be a bit closer. Xiaobian, President Tang, I like you. I ordered some food.
Since it's moving day, we should celebrate a little.
I can't believe you ordered food.
It should be here any minute.
Xiaobin, did I misunderstand something? Wait, no. Or did you misunderstand something?
That's not right either.
He's clearly not a good man. But why can't I just let him go?
Who is it this early in the morning? You can.
Are you trying to kick me out again?
Gong Shixiong, why do you keep haunting me?
Tang Xue.
I only came here for one thing today.
What exactly do you want to say?
I don't know what's come over me. But when it comes to you, for you.
What are you trying to say?
I think I've fallen for you.
You've fallen for me. What does that have to do with me? Gong Shixiong, you said your piece. If you keep pestering me, I'll call the police.
Who are you arguing with so early?
You guys.
He's my boyfriend.
I
was out of line. Sorry for disturbing you both.
Then I'll be going now. No need to see me out. Master Gong. President Tang. Did I cause you any trouble? It's fine.
President Tang.
Mr. Gong.
Why haven't you been answering your phone?
What's going on with you?
Are you sick or something? Mr. Gong.
Young master.
Good Lord.
He's still breathing.
What's wrong?
Talk to me.
I'm heartbroken.
You weren't even in a relationship.
How can you be heartbroken?
I said I'm heartbroken. Do you not understand plain words?
Fine.
I get it. Then it's the perfect time to find you a match.
Continue what? I'm not even married yet.
Alright, enough. Let's go then. Are you going to your own engagement party or not?
You silly girl. Unless I backed you into a corner.
You'd never come to see me, would you?
Don't you think I'm quite incompetent? I couldn't even handle a small matter like this.
Don't talk about yourself like that.
For a young woman to have made it this far is already quite an achievement. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Tell me, what's really going on?
A few minority shareholders want to divest.
Isn't that a good thing? Under the Wang Group, Tianqi is the only profitable subsidiary.
Why not?
Beat them at their own game. Just let them pull out. It'll save you trouble down the road.
But I don't have the funds.
I do.
Grandpa,
You're not plotting something against me, are you? I did say before
that I'd help you acquire the Wang Group's companies. But Tianqi belongs to me now.
What if I buy them out and then transfer the shares to you?
Stop joking around.
I'm not joking. As long as you marry my eldest grandson, the entire estate will be yours.
I'm not falling for that.
That eldest grandson of yours must be a real loser who can't get anyone.
President Gong.
I heard the old man has quite a stubborn temper.
Will he really agree to this marriage?
In the Gong family,
Gong Youcai have always had the final say.
President Gong.
About that project I mentioned last time, it should be ready to go, right?
That's not a problem. Once the two children get married, we'll launch the project immediately.
My son has finally made something of himself.
it seems.
An old fossil like me really should retire.
Dad, you. What are you doing down here?
If I hadn't shown up, you'd have been stripped of everything by this woman without even realizing it.
So, you're saying
the one forming an alliance with the Gongs is Tang Yao.
Our Yao Yao is just that blessed.
Are you jealous? Green with envy, aren't you?
Grandpa,
It's not my place to get involved in your family matters.
I should probably head out. Tang Xue,
You are nothing but a jinx. You bring bad luck wherever you go.
no wonder Wang Shaocong wanted nothing to do with you.
impudent fool.
Who gave you permission to speak to my sure like that?
Tang Xue,
You really are something. Since you couldn't seduce a young man, you decided to go after an old one instead.
Tang Yao, shut your mouth.
What?
If she's bold enough to do it, why can't I talk about it?
Look at the kind of family you're marrying into. Just look at him.
The girl is still young. Besides, with you suddenly bringing a woman here, anyone would start getting the wrong idea.
You absolute fool!
How did I ever raise such a useless son?
You... Dad, Grandpa.
What's going on here?
It's actually him.
How does she know Grandpa?
Do you two know each other?
No.
Brother Shixiong, she's the one who stole my house, the one at Tang Xue Lakeside.
What?
There's definitely something wrong with that sales manager. He sold the house to Tang Xue at a 50% discount.
Which manager had the nerve to do that?
Dad.
This has absolutely nothing to do with me. Grandpa, I've only just returned to the country. It has nothing to do with me.
Grandpa, I also find this matter quite suspicious.
How about this?
This house.
I should probably return it to you.
Don't talk nonsense.
Do you think our Gong family
Cannot afford to give away a single house. That's a separate matter. If I had known it was you buying the house, no matter the discount, I wouldn't have let the credit go to that petty manager. Between you and that manager,
What's the story?
I truly do not know him.
I think he has an ulterior motive.
Shixiong, go investigate it. Look into it. This matter.
Can wait until later. What I want to say is,
If Shixiong were to marry,
This woman's daughter. I would be the first to object.
you shut your mouth.
Tang Xue,
Is the only one I've approved of. I was just waiting for Shixiong to return, so I could introduce them.
I didn't expect that you idiot, would snatch the chance away.
Master Gong, Tang Xue is a divorcee.
She's nothing like our Yao Yao,
Who is brilliant and sharp.
and a graduate from a prestigious university. She's the perfect match for Shixiong.
What Tang Xue is like, it is not for you to tell me. As for you, don't force me to air your dirty past in front of the younger generation.
Shixiong.
Grandpa is not some stubborn old man regarding this matter.
You must make up your own mind.
Unsure.
As I said before,
If you like him,
then give it a try. If not, then just forget it.
I'm sorry, but I'm not interested.
Actually, I think Miss Tang Yao is quite wonderful. She's both gentle and virtuous.
事情
Shixiong.
how did your taste get so bad?
And as for you,
Grandpa has been very good to you over the years.
Yet here you are, not showing me any respect at all. If you two had just tried to get along, that would have been fine.
Absolutely not. No way.
Elder Gong, you shouldn't play matchmaker blindly.
Tang Xue and I are going to remarry.
Why are you only arriving now?
You two are remarrying.
We had some misunderstandings in the past, but we're working things out now.
This woman is actually playing 3 men at once.
sure.
Our business can wait.
I needed to discuss some official business with Elder Gong.
What business?
In the capital, when it comes to listing a company, you can never bypass the Gong family.
Elder Gong.
I'm sure you've already guessed what this is about.
My grandson has returned to the country. All Gong family affairs have been handed over to him. Go and talk to him.
Sure. Today, I am very disappointed.
Say no more.
I'm tired.
So, you're the returnee, the PhD in finance, Gong Shixiong.
I apologize.
I was quite rude before.
Young Master Gong.
Surely you're not still holding a grudge.
Over such a trivial matter.
The Gong family has always kept business and personal matters separate. Actually, I quite admire you now, knowing it's me. You still dare to do business with me.
Why wouldn't I? Who would say no to money? I'm here to help you make a profit.
You wouldn't turn me away, would you? Don't overrate yourself. The Gong family doesn't need your help to make money.
You just lack vision. If it were Elder Gong, he would never think that way.
I am me, and he is he.
It turns out the Gong heir is nothing special after all. Some overseas elite you are.
In my opinion, in my eyes, as I see it,
You're just a piece of shit.
You woman.
Watch your mouth.
get used to it.
I'm just this vulgar.
Forget it, Shaocong.
Let's not stoop to her level.
Let's go. Don't worry.
The Gongs always keep business and personal matters separate.
Let young Master Gong think it over carefully. Let's go.
Wang Shaocong.
The real show is about to begin.
I don't believe it at all.
That grandson of yours.
Must be a real loser who nobody wants.
Sure.
I have an idea that can help you bring down the Wang family quickly.
What kind of idea?
Tell me, Grandpa.
Wang Shaocong actually approached my subordinates recently.
He wants to
Take the Wang Group's subsidiaries public.
He must have an ulterior motive.
You're right. Originally,
I was going to refuse, but thinking of you, I changed my mind.
Grandpa.
Please don't take such a risk for me.
now that
My grandson is back.
this matter,
Why not let him handle it to gain some experience? Sometimes, making mistakes
Is a better way to learn than not making any at all.
Then what do you?
Need me for.
Wang Shaocong is coming today.
as for you,
Join me in front of him to put on a show.
What's the act?
When the time comes,
I will.
Introduce you to my grandson.
As for you,
regardless of whether you like him,
Just refuse him. You must be very firm.
ideally.
It would be even better if some conflict arises.
So I can pull off a scheme of sowing discord for Wang Shaocong.
Our relationship within the circle is well known to almost everyone. If now the two of us have a falling out, knowing the kind of man he is, he will surely come to you to help deal with me.
So what you're saying is, you want me to play the mole?
exactly.
Then I'm going to need a raise
It's also the perfect time.
to deal with those minority shareholders.
No problem. Consider it done. Good.
That was just an act. I was just using you. Don't think I've forgiven you.
Tang Xue.
That's a bit uncalled for, isn't it?
I'm being uncalled for. Over the past 3 years, don't you know how you've treated me?
Weren't the dirty tricks you played on me even worse?
During my 3 years in the hospital,
Did any of you ever visit me?
knowing I was paralyzed from the neck down,
Your whole family was scheming against me,
trying to avoid public gossip while
kicking me out.
So what I'm doing now
It's just an eye for an eye.
Let's talk about the outcome.
Aren't you safe and sound now?
Having taken half of our family's assets.
Half.
I only took Tianqi, but now I regret it.
What do you mean?
I regret that I wasn't greedy enough.
I didn't realize until today.
That he is the young master of the Gong family.
It turns out money is so important. It can make an ordinary guy
Becoming so radiant and brilliant. Money is such a magical thing, isn't it?
You finally come to your senses.
I told you this a long time ago.
Money is a wonderful thing.
But it's my own fault for being so blind.
Mistaking him for some penniless nobody.
Letting him make a laughingstock out of me.
Why do I get the feeling you're regretting it?
I do regret it. But one must have some self-respect.
I actually quite like this fire in you. We were together for 3 years, and I never even touched you. How about we get back together?
I'm sorry. Right now, I only care about making money.
I'm not interested in romance.
That's easy then.
You work for me, and I'll get you the money.
Get away from me. Tell me.
Exactly how many men are you juggling in that heart of yours?
Young Master Gong, your fiancé is still right here. Aren't you even going to try to be discreet?
What fiancé? That was just talk. You actually believed it.
Tang Xue.
You homewrecker! How dare you seduce my fiancé?
With which eye did you see me seducing him?
Stop. Things are getting a bit messy. Let me get this straight. Young Master Gong.
Since you chose Tang Yao, you should know your place. This is my ex-wife. Keep your hands off.
This is Gong family territory. Her personal safety is my responsibility.
Listen, Gong.
Me asking for your help
Doesn't mean.
I'm handing my wife over to you. Tang Xue belongs to me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
And here I thought you were some refined PhD from abroad. But you're nothing more than an insufferably tacky romantic.
Whatever it is I'm thinking
is none of your business.
Enough.
Everyone, shut up.
Tang Xue.
What do you take me for?
Do you take me for cannon fodder?
You've been stealing my toys since we were kids. Now you're trying to steal my man.
You'd better just let me clear my head and think things over.
What is there to think about? Do you not trust me?
I'm sorry, but I don't trust anyone right now.
Just cooperate with me, and I will make you the wealthiest woman in the entire capital.
Listening to you, I might as well just go back to sleep and finish my dream.
The bait is set. Now we just wait for the fish to bite. As long as Wang Shaocong is greedy enough, he'll definitely fulfill it.
Can I come in?
Come in. Is this man made of super glue? Want something to drink?
Coffee.
Tea.
No thanks. Come and sit down. I'll just say a few words and head out. My grandfather has told me a lot lately about you.
I didn't realize you've known each other for so long.
In the future, there will be many occasions where we'll need to
help each other.
Could you please let go of your previous prejudices against me?
Rest assured, I know how to conduct myself with propriety.
Also, regarding what happened with Wang Shaocong today, I picked a fight with him on purpose. I just wanted to cooperate with you.
To make the act convincing.
So don't read too much into it.
Wait, that's not right. The old man had only just left at that time. They wouldn't have had any chance to talk about this.
What's his angle?
Are you
still angry with me?
Why would I be angry?
Because I lied to you before.
You mean about Tang Xue, right?
It clearly sounds like a lie. Who would believe that?
Then why are you still mad at me?
You're overthinking it.
Wait, Tang Xue, is there some kind of misunderstanding between us?
What misunderstanding could there be?
I'm sorry. Actually, at first
You just wanted to play around.
No, that's not right, brother.
I thought I just wanted to play around.
And now? Are you planning to turn the act into reality?
What do you mean, turn the act into reality?
Do you know what Wang Shaocong asked me to do?
I know.
He told me to seduce you to gain your trust, and then work for him.
How was my performance? Pretty good, right?
Tang Xue.
You've gone too far.
I was just warming up. Just like you. I wanted to see if I could put on a good show too.
Tang Xue.
Doing this is going way too far.
Too much. I don't think so. All my life, I've been bullied.
I thought I'd just endure it.
And let it go. But the more I endured, the more they pushed their luck. So, I'm done enduring. I want to settle the score, bit by bit.
The world, as it turns out, is nothing but
a jungle game.
The weak have nowhere to retreat.
Forget taking a step back for peace. Anyone who wants to back down can do so.
But I won't.
So I learned to settle every single grudge. You forced me to do things I didn't want to do.
Therefore.
But business is business, and personal is personal.
My revenge against you ends right here. Consider this a wake-up call. I've said my piece. You may leave.
Why are you telling me all this?
True. I never said these things to anyone else. So why did I tell him?
Why are you telling me all this?
No reason. Just say what's on your mind.
Do you have any idea that you're just like something?
Like what?
Like a hedgehog. You use those sharp quills to keep your soft interior completely shielded. In reality, you're just scared. Scared of getting hurt. Scared of being deceived. Scared of disappointment. Scared of being rejected. So you reject others first.
So you're saying I'm afraid of losing out. And that's why I rejected you.
Exactly.
I don't believe for a second that you don't feel anything for me. That night, your body was very honest. I could feel it in your touch. You do have feelings for me.
Gong Shixiong, don't be so full of yourself.
Me liking you?
It's fine if you won't admit it. But let me tell you, time will prove everything.
Fine.
Then prove it right now.
Prove that you're a man of your word. Is admitting you like me.
Really that hard? You think you're so tough, don't you? But all I see is cowardice.
You could have just made a phone call.
To solve the problem.
But you chose to come here instead.
You weren't just passing by at all.
You're right. I wasn't passing by.
I came here specifically to see you.
Tang Xue.
My mind is filled with nothing but you. 1,000 times a day, 10,000 times a day, I think of you.
I admit it.
Ever since that night,
I
haven't been able to forget you.
Damn it.
There's no way I've actually fallen for.
Not the gnarling bear, have I? Wait, no. I can't call him that.
Isn't that just insulting myself?
That damn pervert. That low-life beast in a suit.
About what I told you yesterday. Have you thought it over?
Not really.
I don't think the Gongs
are that easy to fool.
But with you, it's a different story.
What? Do I have superpowers? Besides,
Elder Gong has helped me before.
When the rich help the poor, it's nothing more than flaunting their own power. How many people actually care about helping you?
Just look at
how he's treating you now. Yesterday, you only turned down.
Gong Shixiong.
And the old man immediately turned on you.
Even if I agree to your plan.
So what? Gong Shixiong has already chosen Tang Yao.
That's where you're wrong.
Based on what I know about men, Tang Yao is nothing but a rebound.
She's just a tool to make you jealous.
And what if she isn't?
Impossible.
What if I actually end up with him?
I know you. You could never fall for him.
If you are going to fall for anyone,
It has to be me.
Once this is all settled, you owe me an explanation.
A boyfriend after only a few days. Who is this boyfriend of yours?
Grandpa,
Please don't be angry.
you don't know him. He's just an ordinary man.
Good grief, you're infuriating me.
Grandpa, calm down. Since there's no spark between us, we shouldn't force it.
You, beat it.
Who on earth is your boyfriend? It couldn't be that. That bastard who gave you the cheap house, right?
Shixiong.
I told you to look into that.
Did you?
Grandpa, I'll go check right now.
Forget it, forget it. I'll have to investigate this myself. I want to see exactly who this guy is.
When things are this odd.
There's definitely something fishy. Shixiong.
Come with me for a moment.
Grandpa.
There's definitely more to this.
Actually, Grandpa.
Your host. I'm the one who covered the cost for Tang Xue. It has nothing to do
With that manager.
You'd better explain everything to me today. As for dealing with Wang Shaocong, that's a minor issue. Now tell me the truth.
Do you actually like her?
Grandpa, actually,
Grandpa,
I really have to head back now.
What are you still sitting here for?
Go and see Xue out.
Sure. What are you doing?
I didn't mean to pressure you. I didn't expect Grandpa to. Anyway, don't overthink it.
if I had known it was your house, I wouldn't have stayed there.
Tang Xue.
Tang Xue.
Why are you here again? Seducing my fiancé again. Are you?
Who's your fiancé? That day was just a family meeting. There was no formal engagement.
But you said you liked me.
Well, well.
Quite a few romantic entanglements, I see. You're just a homewrecker. You're so shameless.
Seducing my fiancé.
So what if I did?
See that.
You're horrible. You're absolutely shameless.
Enough.
This isn't your Tang household.
You're yelling at me.
Brother Shixiong.
I can't believe you're being so mean. I don't want to stay here another minute.
How embarrassing.
Stop acting with that high and mighty attitude. I don't want to see it at all.
Look or don't, I don't care.
Narcissist.
Just you wait.
growing up with a sister like that.
You really had it rough.
Brother Shixiong,
you're upset.
Mom.
You have to get revenge for me. That wicked Tang Xue. She made Brother Shixiong be mean to me.
Slow down.
What happened?
Brother Shixiong is ignoring me. It's all because of that vixen, Tang Xue.
That's impossible. Even if old man Gong is reluctant. Shixiong, that boy, he definitely likes you.
But he can't resist that vixen. Seducing him.
Alright, pull yourself together. I'd like to see. Just when that spineless Tang Xue became so tough and stubborn, she's just had a bit of luck. Now she's getting more and more arrogant.
Mom.
Have you thought of a way to deal with her?
There are plenty of ways. But for a good-for-nothing like her, I don't even need to lift a finger. Remember back then, her low-life mother was easily crushed. So, just relax.
Mom, my happiness is all in your hands.
President Tang. Something's wrong.
Calm down. Tell me slowly.
Our accounts have been frozen. We can't make any transfers.
The cargo ships ready for departure are still stuck at the port.
What happened?
Someone filed a report against us.
Did you check?
Who issued the fake invoices? Get the accountant in here.
I already asked her.
She says it wasn't her.
Then what on earth is going on?
It's hard to say right now.
But the top priority now is to cover the shipping fees. Every extra day they sit at the port costs us another day's worth of fees.
How much?
It's not that much.
5 million.
You call that not much?
President Tang.
What should we do now?
Let me think of a way. I'm heading out for a moment.
You must be Tang Xue.
That's me.
Please come with us.
To assist with an investigation. On what grounds?
The company is suspected of invoice fraud.
Our President Tang is busy.
You can investigate,
but you must do it inside the office.
I don't mean to be difficult. I just want to clear things up. Until the investigation is complete,
Our president is entitled to her freedom.
please respect our position.
Hi, Shudam.
There's more than just this one. There are 75 more, each with a face value of over $1 million.
How is that possible?
Let me take another look.
What's up?
Miss me.
Wang Shaocong, can you be serious for once?
I'm as serious as it gets.
Lend me 5 million.
Why don't you ask your brother Shixiong?
To lend it to you.
Are you going to lend it or not?
In a crisis, you still have to turn to your husband for help.
Hurry up, I'm in a rush.
So, how's it going?
Did you find the source of the problem?
The tax bureau can't even match the stubs.
By now,
We have basically cleared our responsibility.
Isn't that enough then?
I don't think this is that simple. I'm afraid this is just the beginning. My report first thing in the morning, followed immediately by an investigation. Even the tax bureau is baffled.
What are they actually after?
I don't know.
But this whole situation is a huge headache. With this procedure ongoing,
At the very least,
our accounts will be frozen for half a month.
The 5 million has been settled.
It won't be long before the freighter.
Can leave the port.
that's a relief.
I was really worried you'd be stressed out over this.
Wei?
Customs just called. They said there's a major inspection underway. We're missing a customs detection tag.
The ship can leave the port.
The freighter has been detained.
The ship is fully loaded with seafood. If we don't get it shipped out immediately, we'll lose far more than just the shipping costs.
President Tang, this is clearly a setup. Someone is trying to sabotage us.
If you like her, go after her. She already has a boyfriend. But after all, she's not married yet. What are you afraid of?
That's not it, Grandpa.
Is this how you're supposed to teach your grandson?
Some things must be fought for, or else you'll end up with nothing. Finding a wife is just like doing business.
That's total nonsense.
Just listen to me. I'm right. Sure, there's something wrong.
Go ahead.
Is that so?
I see.
Don't you worry.
Shixiong.
Listen, go to Tianqi right away.
What? Why would I go there?
There's trouble.
Just go. I'll handle the arrangements over the phone.
Hurry.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Wait, come back.
Remember this. Listen carefully.
This is your chance to prove yourself.
Isn't this a little like taking advantage of her situation?
You don't know anything! This is a golden opportunity. Now get moving!
I've already submitted several reports, but they said they have to follow procedure. We have to wait for the superior's approval.
Is there any way to get the release early?
Not a chance.
This is actually going quite smoothly.
I can tell.
The official in charge seems even more anxious than we are. It's just that he wasn't the one who signed it. There's no point in him being anxious.
What are you doing here again?
Why shouldn't I be allowed here?
Can't I come to see my share? Sure.
The CEO's chair.
It's not that easy to sit in, is it?
You didn't actually do this, did you?
It wasn't me this time. Don't you go accusing me.
Then which time was it?
It wasn't me any of those times. Stop overthinking things.
I don't have time for your nonsense.
I don't have time to mess around.
Customs has seized our shipment.
Customs. I know about that.
What do you know?
So curious, are we?
Are you going to tell me or not?
Geez, I've helped you quite a lot today. First the 5 million, and now the customs issue. I, Wang Shaocong, have never been
this helpful in my entire life. I can't just do this for nothing.
You're going to set conditions again.
Smart.
Xiaobin.
Step out for a moment.
I say get out! Out!
Don't just stand there.
Sure. You are so beautiful. Truly a goddess.
More beautiful than any fairy.
Do you think I'm in the mood? To listen to this right now.
You look even better when you're angry. I've helped you so much. Don't you want to show some gratitude?
This is an office.
So, you mean anywhere else would be fine?
Wang Shaocong, I'm focused solely on work right now. I have no interest in anything else.
You're surrounded by women every day.
You don't need me as well.
I'm begging you, just leave me alone.
What are you doing?
But you're the only one I want.
Lately, for your sake, I've given up all other women.
If you keep this up, I'll scream for help.
Oh, you.
It's been neglected for too long. No one spoke up. Especially with me missing.
What a pity. My apologies.
Well, if it isn't young Master Gong.
It was just a little lover's quarrel. Sorry you had to see that.
I was just passing by and decided to look in. If there's nothing else, I'll be going.
Wait,
Tang Xue, you might as well call him about this too.
The customs matter.
I didn't know who else to turn to.
So,
I had no choice but to ask for your help.
But as for domestic affairs,
I'm not very well informed.
oh, you don't get it. I know the situation.
By the way,
You only told me half of the story just now.
If I'm not mistaken, the one behind this is Qin Xiaoyao. Have you offended Tang Yao recently?
indeed I have.
This customs business you're talking about, this bullshit inspection.
It's completely unnecessary.
So you're saying it's a setup?
And it's all thanks to your still glamorous stepmother.
How could Qin Xiaoyao have that kind of power?
When it comes to the skill of manipulating men, you should really take notes from her. You have a lot to learn.
Wang Shaocong.
The high-ranking official at customs, who is Qin Xiaoya's lover. The two of them are very intimate. I don't think I need to say anything more. Pillow talk can be very powerful.
If they really are involved in that kind of relationship,
I might have a solution. President Gong.
You're going to be the death of me.
In such a hurry. What happened? Cut nonsense.
Look into this number.
Get all the details.
The more detailed, the better.
Now.
can he do it?
Give it a shot.
By the way, young Master Gong.
About what I told you last time. About our company going public.
Have you given it any thought? It's too risky.
Your company isn't eligible for an IPO.
You're joking. Our Wang Group has over 100 subsidiaries.
Why don't you do your research before speaking?
But I have plenty of other projects to choose from.
But the Wang Group has massive influence.
However, if President Tang is willing to get involved, then I might be interested.
I don't have any funds to invest.
No investment is needed from you. You just need to act as the intermediary. I trust you the most.
President Tang, it's getting late. Let me take you home.
President Tang.
Young Master Gong.
Still here.
Is there a problem?
It's late. I'll be heading off now.
What are you guys doing?
Let's go. Let's go.
President Gong, about that.
I am not leaving.
Do you still want to take the company public?
Take care. Let's go.
Move it.
They're finally gone.
President Tang, what's wrong?
Grandpa.
What's going on with you?
Grandpa is just happy.
I couldn't sleep. No. Wait.
Grandpa, you.
What do you mean by this?
Aren't you handling the customs issue? If we solve it for her now, wouldn't that ruin the plan?
Grandpa, are you serious?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Let me tell you something.
We wait until Tang Xue hits rock bottom. Until she's driven to a dead end.
And her boyfriend can't fix it.
That's when we step in. Won't she be all yours then?
Grandpa, we can't do that. If anything goes wrong, she won't be able to handle it.
You really do care about her, don't you?
Grandpa, let's put that aside for now. If we wait until Tang Xue's trouble actually breaks out, before we take action, have you considered how much psychological pressure she'll have to bear?
Why should I care about that?
So, what you're saying is?
Today, you didn't call anyone for help at all.
Exactly.
I'm just waiting for things to go south.
Fine.
Very well.
Where are you going?
Where else could I go? With a troublesome grandfather like you. I'll never stop worrying.
Get back here.
It's already 1 in the morning.
What are you doing here?
I just missed you so much.
I came specifically to see you.
You've had way too much to drink.
Just go home.
No, I won't.
I want to go home with my wife.
Maybe I should leave first.
Don't go.
Just get lost.
You're in the way.
Please don't kick me out, okay?
I come all this way just to see you.
I'm calling the butler right now.
To have him pick you up.
Go home now.
I really did come here just to see you.
I'm talking to you.
You're a grown man. Your girlfriend is having an affair with her ex-husband.
Don't you care?
Well, President Tang isn't my girlfriend. I lied to you before.
I was just drunk that night and stayed over at President Tang's house.
But nothing happened to me.
I swear, it's true.
You got some nerve. How dare you sleep at Tang Xue's house?
President Tang, I'm leaving now. Forget the overtime pay.
Just mark me down as absent.
Why are you back? Didn't we say we continue tomorrow?
The boss couldn't wait.
Oh, right.
I don't need overtime pay.
Mr. Wang, shouldn't you be heading back too?
I want to stay with my wife.
Wang Shaocong, can you stop making trouble?
I'll handle this.
Taking a personal vendetta. You, Gong, you.
It's your own fault for falling into my hands.
Mr. Gong! Mr. Gong!
I found it.
I found the evidence!
How did I end up sleeping here?
That's cold. You guys are too much. I've been working my tail off all night. Don't I deserve at least some attention?
Hurry up and tell us what you found.
Mr. Gong, look at this.
This image right here. This person is Qin Xiaoya. This man is her lover.
This photo.
Was taken while they were abroad on a project inspection trip.
Clearly.
They didn't realize they were being photographed.
Can we use this, Mr. Gong?
It's usable.
It's more than usable. Your year-end bonus is doubled.
That's awesome.
Notify the PR department immediately.
Wait.
Use our company's PR team instead.
Why?
Just to be safe.
For better confidentiality.
I'll take your lead.
It's getting late. Let me take you home to rest.
I'm not tired.
Hey, there's still a living soul here.
My neck is stuck. What should I do?
I'll call an ambulance for you then.
How's it going? Forget it.
I didn't have high hopes anyway.
President Tang. You're so easily fooled.
You're getting bolder by the day.
How dare you trick me?
I was just kidding.
Don't be mad.
Anyway, on a serious note,
That Gong Shixiong fellow is actually quite something. The moment he stepped in, he immediately won those leaders over. He signed it right away.
By this afternoon at the latest, our company's bank account.
We'll be back to normal.
Really?
That's great!
I'm sorry. I'm being such an unconventional CEO.
President Tang.
I think you're doing just fine like this.
Honestly.
By the way,
How did you know? How did you know that I nicknamed Gong Shixiong?
Gong Shixiong.
President Tang. If you don't want people to know,
Don't do it in the first place.
so I didn't send that draft out. I brought it back to you. Then I printed a new copy.
please sign it.
See, that's what a professional leader looks like.
The kind who's addicted to signing papers.
Good. Thanks for your hard work.
Mr. Gong.
I happen to have the records of Qin Xiaoya and this man staying in the same hotel room. I'll send the details to you later.
Excellent work, Stevens.
Thank you. When you get here.
I'll treat you to beef tallow hot pot.
You're too kind, Mr. Gong.
It was no trouble at all. Not even worth mentioning.
But the hot pot.
Sounds good. Mr. Gong.
Everything is ready on our end. Just give the word.
And the news about Qin Xiaoya and her lover will spread like wildfire. It'll hit the trending list for free.
Well done.
Actually, since we already have all this evidence, we could just call them in for a talk.
Thank you.
A simple talk should solve the problem. Isn't this approach a bit overkill?
Overkill.
That woman ruined Tang Xue's life by making her marry Wang Shaocong, and she used her pregnancy to force him marry, which caused Tang Xue's mother to fall bedridden and ended up committing suicide. What we're doing now isn't crossing the line at all. This time, we're going to strike. We're going to crush her completely.
The deeper the love, the sharper the hate.
Stop talking nonsense.
I wouldn't dare.
I'm just a bit shaken looking back. I almost offended Tang Xue a while ago. You're lucky.
Listen.
Notify the PR department immediately. Within 3 minutes. Launch the full campaign.
What are you looking at? You look so happy.
This fool is traveling the world with her lover and taking pictures everywhere.
Mom, don't you think she's lost her mind?
Oh, look at this outfit of mine.
Does it look high class enough? Do I look like the mother-in-law of the Gong family's heir?
Mom.
You look good in anything. Can't you at least take a good look at me? This person really looks like you. Qin Xiaoya.
Mom.
What a coincidence. Even the name is the same.
Let me see. Mom.
Is this really you?
This.
What is this? Where did you find this?
Who on earth is this man? You actually went out with him. You'd better give me a proper explanation right now. Do you know that the rumors are flying at the company?
Don't look.
Turn off the phone.
I heard something happened to the Tang family. Something about being suspected of taking bribes.
There are a lot of charges anyway. You'd better be careful to avoid being implicated.
It won't happen. That's all Qin Xiaoya scheming behind the scenes. It has nothing to do with us.
Mom, do you have any cash on hand?
How much do you need?
50 million.
That much? I don't have that kind of money.
You've been with my father for so long. Don't you have any savings of your own?
The money you took from me last time, you still haven't paid me back.
Well, business hasn't been easy lately. I have so many companies under me, and they're all losing money.
If they're failing, then manage them properly. If you really can't, sell them off as soon as possible.
How I run my company, that's none of your concern. I'm a grown man now. If you want to interfere, why don't you end that? Take over yourselves.
What are you saying? Your father is in poor health, and I have to take care of him.
Excuse me. I need to take this call.
Why are you calling me?
Didn't I tell you?
I'll call you when I'm free.
The casino has its own rules.
Mr. Wang.
You're nearly a month overdue. Our boss is running out of patience.
In 3 days.
I'll bring the money and come over personally.
I don't believe my luck.
We'll be this bad every time. Fine.
Mr. Wang has certainly got guts.
President Tang.
Things have been going so well lately. You look much better.
It's all thanks to you guys.
Keep up the good work.
Let's push for one last sprint before the end of the year. I promise your bonuses will be doubled.
Thank you, President Tang. Thank you, President Tang. Keep it up. President Tang.
For next week's Chamber of Commerce Federation, they want you to give a report.
We attend.
Next week on the 25th. Forget it. I'm not going.
Those places are full of gossip, and I don't want to be the subject of their talk.
But the exposure
would be beneficial for the company.
Our company has a solid foundation.
We don't need these empty formalities.
To keep up appearance.
You're far too modest.
Tang Xue, come out! What's going on? Let's go take a look.
Don't you worry. It shouldn't be anything serious.
I'm on it. Mr. Kong, what exactly are you doing?
You take it out to look at it for half an hour every day.
Only to put it right back.
What? Are you trying to become an antiques appraiser?
Are you addicted to annoying me?
Not at all.
I just didn't expect
You to be so patient, Mr. Gong.
You've already bought it.
So just give it to her already.
You're just a bachelor.
A perennial bachelor, at that.
What do you know?
It's been so many days. You solved the customs issue for her. And that revenge against Qin Xiaoyao.
You're the one who made that happen too. And yet, she hasn't said a word to you.
Are you afraid she'll reject you?
Is that why you haven't dared to speak up?
It's precisely because I helped her.
That she's too embarrassed to reach out.
Oh, Mr. Gong, you're so noble.
But then again, I think it's time to give it to her. Look at that brat Wang Shaocong. That guy is running to Tianqi every single day. Aren't you worried? Are you trying to ruin my mood on purpose?
According to the experts, anxiety leads to progress. Mr. Gong, one day you'll appreciate my good intentions.
Experts? They don't know jack.
What are you doing?
Qin Xiaoyang,
You don't belong here.
if you have something to say.
Take it outside.
Tang Xue, you're a monster.
Do you really think you're untouchable now?
Are you trying to destroy my entire family? Destroy your family? Who's dead? We'll only be satisfied once someone is dead.
I never realized just how cold-hearted you are.
Qin Xiaoyang,
I don't want to waste my breath on you. That's all ancient history. If there's nothing else,
please leave. Don't think for a second.
That just because you latched onto the Gong family, you're so high and mighty.
Attorney Xiao, call the police. Yes, President Tang.
Let go! Get off me!
What are you doing? Tang Xue, you monster.
what are you doing?
I'll strangle you.
You evil woman.
Let go of her. I'll kill you.
I'll strangle you.
Let go of me! Let me go! Let me go!
Mom, what are you doing? Let go.
Let go of my daughter! Let go!
President Tang. President Tang. Are you okay? President Tang. President Tang. Tang Xue.
Blood pressure is normal. Respiration is normal. Heart rate is normal. Ready for surgery.
How is she, doctor? Luckily, she was brought in just in time. We've managed to stabilize her.
However,
I need you to sign here. We need to perform a minimally invasive craniotomy on her. You must be her partner.
as a doctor,
I urge you not to delay the treatment. Please sign as soon as possible.
I No. I am. She's my boss.
Can I sign for her?
An employee won't do.
It must be an immediate family member. Contact them immediately.
What other family does she even have? Outside. Her boyfriend.
Should be.
Oh, never mind that. I am her boyfriend. If there's anything, just tell me.
Fortunately, the baby was saved.
A child.
She's pregnant. Yes, she should be about 5 weeks along.
5 weeks?
5 weeks. 5 weeks.
Is it mine? Can it? Gong Shixiong, have you no conscience?
Are you going to sign this or not? Give me an answer.
I'll sign. How is she doing? I hope she's okay.
It's too late for talk now anyway.
Yes, it is too late. You'll never have another chance.
Then let's get down to business.
I'm not interested.
And I don't want to hear it.
It's just a minor surgery.
Is all this really necessary? Yes, it is.
Whatever you have to say to me.
I don't want to hear it.
Unless what?
Unless Tang Xue's surgery goes perfectly, and she makes a full recovery.
A full recovery?
Then you'll be waiting until the cows come home.
It'll be too little too late.
If you can't wait, then don't.
Nobody's forcing you to stay.
You should really eat something.
I'm not hungry.
Take it away.
Is this lunch or dinner?
Lunch?
But it's already evening.
You still haven't eaten lunch.
Tang Xue is truly lucky to have you.
I finally see the gap between us. Take good care of her from now on.
By the way, Mr. Gong.
Qin Xiaoya has been taken into custody.
And Tang Xue's
injury report just came in.
It's a grade 11 serious injury.
She's looking at 5 years minimum.
5 years.
5 years is too good for her.
Hire the best criminal defense lawyer immediately. I don't care about the cost. Just get them.
The heavier the sentence, the better.
Brother-in-law.
What should I do? My father was taken away by the authorities for suspected bribery. My mother is going to be sentenced too. The money in my bank account, it's all been frozen. I don't have a single penny on me now. How am I supposed to survive?
Don't call me brother-in-law. I'm not that anymore.
Are you planning to just abandon me?
When did I ever say I'd take care of you?
Have you forgotten? You told me yourself that as long as we got rid of Tang Xue, you would always remember what I did.
If you hadn't mentioned it, I would have forgotten.
If it weren't for you,
Tang Xue wouldn't have ended up in the hospital.
Brother-in-law, are you okay?
How many times do I have to say it?
Stop calling me brother-in-law! Are you out of your mind?
Wouldn't it be better if that woman just died? You don't even like her anyway!
To hell with you!
Since you're already here,
let's not let this go to waste.
What do you want to do?
Be a monster!
if it weren't for you,
I would still have some room to maneuver.
if it weren't for you,
I wouldn't have lost everything to him. Since you ruined my plans.
You're going to have to pay the price.
Let go of me.
Let go.
Turn around. I don't want to see your face.
Tang Xue,
Could you please wake up soon?
You must be pretending to be asleep.
aren't you? Look at that.
It fits perfectly.
so from this moment on,
You belong to me.
Since you're not saying anything,
I'll take that as a yes. I know that you might not like me that much yet. But right now, you don't really have a choice. You're carrying our child. This child is a true godsend for me. It couldn't have come at a better time.
I believe our fate
It was written in the stars. The first time I saw you, I just feel that you're different from any other girl. Do you think this is
love at first sight.
You're not saying anything. I'll take your silence
as a yes?
Master Gong.
Wang Shaocong is outside and wants to see you. I didn't let him in.
He has nowhere else to turn. Just let him in.
Yes, sir. Elder Master Gong.
Sorry about that. To disturb you this late.
Since you're already here,
Don't worry about the disturbance. Just tell me what's on your mind.
I originally planned to go public before expanding my business to Australia. But something went wrong with the Australian business. I'm in desperate need of cash right now.
What kind of business is it in Australia?
And what exactly went wrong?
I'm afraid I can't disclose that.
Then why have you come to me?
I want to sell my entire company package to you.
Just name your price.
Those companies of yours.
They may look impressive on the surface,
but in reality,
they aren't worth a dime. Why on earth should I buy them?
In this city, the only one capable of taking them over,
besides you, there's no one else.
I'm a businessman, not a philanthropist.
How about this?
You name the price, and I won't haggle at all.
Shaocong.
Your father and I were friends, after all. I'm not sure if I should say this, but...
Please, go ahead.
Repent before his...
What is he doing here?
You're awake already.
How are you feeling?
Wife, you're finally awake.
Since when did I become your wife?
You.
Did you forget? We've been married for over a year.
Gong Shixiong, you.
See.
At least you still remember my name.
I remember being injured by Qin Xiaoyao.
Are you trying to fool me?
Why would I trick you?
We're already having a baby.
If you don't believe me,
When the doctor arrives, you can ask him yourself.
Wait, do I have amnesia? Where is the baby?
It's a baby.
It's still in your womb.
What about the ring? Since we got married, you have never once taken it off.
You haven't taken it off since then.
Just keep it on. Don't take it off so easily again.
Is this really true?
Well, of course it's true.
Now don't get worked up.
With a condition.
It might have affected your memory.
Sir, the Wang family's assets have been liquidated. We've left an apartment for the elderly couple, and everything else has been settled.
Any word on Wang Shaocong?
Ever since he signed the papers,
He has completely disappeared.
Xiaobing, why are you here?
To see President Tang, of course.
Your sudden illness
Really gave us a huge scare.
So, I've really been out for over a year.
What do you mean?
Isn't it because my memory is failing?
You mean memory issues?
Exactly. The doctor wouldn't lie to me. I really am pregnant.
pregnant.
Yes.
Whose child is it?
My husband's, obviously. Give me my phone.
Hurry.
Next week is the 25th. Today is August 10th. It's only been about 10 days.
That bastard Gong Shixiong.
How dare he lie to me?
President Tang.
Where are you going?
President Tang. Slow down. President Tang.
Honey, Grandpa made some silky chicken soup. I brought it over.
That nurse, where did she go?
I've been discharged.
Discharged.
It's not about being discharged.
Why didn't you tell me? Here, take the soup and drink it.
What's wrong with you? Faking amnesia to fool me.
What a clever tactic. Gong Shixiong, how did I not notice that you're so calculating?
I just feel more and more
that I can't live without you.
Let go of me.
Tell me, aren't you just like a hedgehog?
You rolling bear.
That's not a very nice nickname.
Then I'll just call you Xiaogong.
I'm older than you.
Then call me 老公.
Sure thing, wifey. You.
Say it one more time.
I'm not saying it. Get lost.
No.
Can you be any more cheesy?
Honey.
This is the best way I could think of to show my love.
Be good. Go to sleep.
I know.
I've done some serious research.
Occasionally.
Turn your ones.
It's fine.
But what if it's not fine?
There are no what ifs.
Conceiving on the first try is exactly a what if.
Doesn't that indirectly prove
That your husband is very capable.
That's because I'm amazing. By the way, let me give the great doctor a science lesson. An egg each month is only released once or twice.
But sperm
Are countless.
I know that.
And then... So what? What do you mean?
It means men aren't as precious.
So from now on, you must treat your wife well. If I say east, you'd better not go west. I said let's have crabs, but you...
After you.
How did she get pregnant?
When did she get married?
She isn't married.
What happened?
I heard.
It was Wang Shaocong.
Who took advantage of her?
Wang Shaocong? That absolute bastard!
Where is he?
I don't know.
He's been missing for over 6 months.
Wang Kai?
I need you to do something for me. She is, after all,
Still my sister.
starting next month. Give her a monthly living allowance. It doesn't have to be much, just enough to keep her from starving.
What exactly do you mean by that?
And buy her a house.
It doesn't need to be big.
As long as it's enough for her and the baby.
Understood.
Alright.
Do you think I'm being too heartless?
Not at all.
I think what you're doing is already
more than enough.
The situation she is in now is entirely her own doing.
I know Tang Xue well.
If she has too much, she gets reckless. Okay.
Whatever my wife says is right.